God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. Well, as Herod's soldiers slaughter the infant boys at Bethlehem, you certainly can't say the same for us. There's plenty of darkness in the human heart. Nor is Herod's murderous rage just one more atrocity in the making. It's heavy with meaning. It points back to the earlier sufferings of Israel, Pharaoh's order to kill the male infants of the Hebrews, the devastation wrought by the Assyrians in Judah at the exile, when Jeremiah tells of Rachel weeping for her children. And it doesn't just point back, it points forward to the violence that will be unleashed upon Jesus and bring him to his cross. And yet, in all this darkness, there is also a glimmer, a hidden message of hope. Glimpses of God's providence within history, his abiding desire to redeem his people. Moses escapes in the bulrushes through the unlikely aid of Pharaoh's daughter. Israel survives the exile through the unlikely aid of the Persian king Cyrus. The angel who appears in Joseph's dream leads to Jesus' last-minute escape from Herod. Joseph's taking the child and its mother down into Egypt recalls an earlier biblical episode when Joseph the patriarch sheltered his brothers and his family in Egypt and so rescued them from famine. It could even be said that the victory won by Christ over death at Calvary comes by way of Judas's betrayal, Caiaphas's political expediency, and Pilate's disregard for justice. For Matthew, all these echoes signal the fulfillment of prophecy. The messianic identity of Jesus is upheld. So in all of this, the rejoicing of Christmas is indeed undershot with sadness at violence. But Easter's triumph is also already implicit. Our darkness does not dim God's light. Rather, that light has taken human flesh in Jesus Christ. And we can repent of the darkness in which we have walked and seek to live in the light of the risen Christ, who offers us the forgiveness of sins. Instead of violent antagonism, we are offered fellowship with one another. So a new ability to live peaceably together by the grace of Christ. From the truth that Christmas is meant to be a joyous festival, it seems widely but wrongly believed that Christianity offers us only a rosy or tinsel-thin view of human existence. Christmas become an exercise in Christian make-believe, something like a comforter, not something you should make an adult habit of. And yet, if we keep the festival properly, attentively, we see how instead we are asked to follow the thread of hope as that's worked out in the bloody course of salvation history. It leads us in this life to the font and to the altar, and in eternity to the light of heaven.